Good morning to the 32 Russian bots that watch our show.
Maybe they're Belgian bots. Maybe that's why we're so popular in Belgium.
We are Belgium's top-rated podcast. Lockpod is back on the air. I know. That makes you happy.
And Mayor Tom is back in the studio.
For those of you in the bathroom right now listening live.
When you're deciding between Wordle or Lockpod.
You could be doing a lot of things in the bathroom, Kevin. You could be showering for all.
Shaving.
You could be doing a lot of things. You know, you just
putting deodorant on.
There. You just automatically went there.
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
I did not.
I was talking to a guest yesterday about appearing on the show.
Yes.
And they were like, hey, I want to be on the show in like a week. Let me think about what I'm going to talk about. I was like, really? It's like, I always just assume I'm just talking to nobody when I'm on the show. It just makes it a lot easier to deal with.
Yeah, I mean,
32 Russian bots.
You're just talking to me.
Just you, me, Jill, Chris, and 32 Russian bots.
Welcome back, Jill.
Hi, Jill.
Hey.
Back in town. She's back.
She's back.
Yeah, you guys said some hurtful things when I was gone.
Did we? I didn't say
Kevin came at me pretty hard on
Did
election.
I? What did I say?
Really? I know, dude.
I said something about Lindsay's fan base.
I always defend you, Jill.
I said something about
You
Lindsay's
should hear
fan
him off
base.
the air. It's even worse.
He's a dick.
Yeah,
he
basically.
He is dickish. He has those dickish qualities.
That's why Tom's like, I'm talking to nobody.
It just makes it easier. When you come on, that's going to be my advice to people from when they're coming on Lockpod and they're nervous. I'm going to be like, dude, we have no audience. Just come in and act like you're talking to nobody.
We have an audience of thousands, legions.
Legion of dozens.
Like, legions of dozens, like
Legions
the notorious
of
LMP's
dozens,
fan base.
Her fan base.
She worked too much yesterday.
That's
she
why
had to take a rest.
That's why we have a smaller audience. Is her legion of dozens is not.
She's
They
asleep.
checked out.
She's like, I had a long day at the hospital, which is understandable.
What's up? Chris Campbell's on the controls.
Yeah, so far so good.
Yeah, the B team's here.
Are you giving yourself that much credit?
Right.
You're giving yourself that much credit. You're the B. I don't know.
Do you have a
He's
third
definitely-
I
person
usually
that
consider
runs?
Phil
Yeah,
like
right.
I usually consider Phil like the E
in
fill
that department.
role.
It's like a football team, Kevin, and he's filling the role.
Yes,
John,
he's
right?
the B team.
I think he's the A team personally.
Wow.
Yeah,
Nice.
I told
I
you,
do.
you get that soundboard working, you're the A team.
dude, that would be a really good goal. Like,
Maybe
let's
I'll
put this
see
in.
what I can do today.
Vesmar will come back. The soundboard's put together. There's sound loaded on it.
John's got all his Chris has got all his knobs twisted around all over the place.
Yeah.
Well, welcome, Chris, and thanks for getting things on smoothly.
Thank you guys
My
for both of you
pleasure.
for being here. You know, it's like a football season. It's like as you go through the season or a baseball season, people get injured.
Yeah,
you get
the
a
IR.
Yeah, we have
Yeah,
like
we
a
get
full
suspended.
When we first started Lockpod, we didn't have backups. So if
No,
one of
it's
us wasn't
scary.
here, we would cancel the show. Now we have backups for every position, which is awesome. So like we could give you 2 hours of entertainment a week. That
You
is our
can get
goal.
COVID and leave and not worry about it.
I do the air quotes for
I
entertainment.
saw that.
Hey, Jill.
Did you hear what I said? I said you can get COVID and leave and not worry about it. See,
That's true.
That's what happened.
I know.
To both of us
I know.
and to John.
By the way,
Jill, have you had COVID?
I
yet?
have not.
All right.
That's why I'm not getting very close to this mic.
Good idea.
Really?
I wouldn't touch the keyboard either.
That is patient zero's mic. Yeah,
Yeah,
I said
he's-
it. Yeah, John, I said it.
He knows.
Patient freaking zero.
How are you doing, by the way, now that you're a week and a half and almost 2 weeks? Oh, yeah.
I feel all right.
Week and 2 days.
I'll be honest with you. I have definitely got a hangover from COVID. There's no doubt.
I had that too. It's like when I had it, I was like, man, this better go away because I guess I'm used to my brain working a certain way, like we all are, and it was not working as quick.
Yeah.
Right?
That's a
Is
good
that how
way
you
to
feel?
put it. Yeah. I feel like you're stoned or something. Like
I mean, to me, it was just,
no,
I was like,
seriously. Like it's
Kevin.
my brain is gummy. It's like weird. It's not like clicking like it usually
it's like
does.
foggy or something. Like
It
you
is.
don't have the thoughts
Right.
clearly.
Foggy.
Almost, right?
That's a good word for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brain fog.
See, I can't
COVID fog.
I can't grasp it as quickly.
You're like, what?
No, seriously, it's a pain in the ass. So, like, another thing is I've been trying to get ready for this triathlon this weekend.
Yes. You said last week, when you were on the show Tuesday, you said you did a 30-mile ride and a 5K over the weekend, or like you tried to.
The 5K was easy. 30-mile ride kicked my ass.
Which usually it wouldn't.
No, it destroyed me that day, which was
It's
worrisome.
COVID for sure.
And then, so the next day I ran 6 miles.
Oh, man.
And I did a real good time. I got these new shoes, which are amazing.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, it's another subject. These shoes are like cheating.
Are these the Westland?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're expensive, but it's like having
Yes.
a pogo stick on your foot.
That's what everybody says.
It's freaking insane.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, I wore those and I was faster than normal. And then after the 6 mile run, destroyed me. I was dead for the rest of the day.
So what did you decide to do?
I'm not going to do it. I'm
I
afraid.
think that's a pretty wise decision.
I'm
in
not
my
doing
opinion.
Leon's this weekend, which sucks.
Yeah,
I'm
I know that's a
afraid.
goal of yours every
I'm
year.
honestly afraid that I won't be able to recover very well. It'll mess me up for a few days.
You got campaigning to do, sir.
It sucks.
You gotta be on
I'm
the
still
trail.
doing my sprints this summer. I'm still going to do Chicago at the end of the summer. I may be even trying to get into another big city one.
Culver, maybe?
I am doing Culver, yeah. I'm going to do Indianapolis also. They have some sprint triathlons, but I'm disappointed with myself. I really
I would.
am.
Well, you can't help it. You had COVID.
I'm disappointed. I trained all winter for Leon's. I'm ready, but I just don't. I think I could do it, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't know how much I'm going to spend.
Did you really have COVID, or are you just saying that so you don't have to do the triathlon?
Yeah,
like,
that's a good
man,
question. I really had it. That sucked. Like when I took the test, it was positive. Like within 5 seconds, it was like the red line. I don't think it was
I'm
even
looking
supposed
like, is that faded? Nope, not faded.
to. It was like bright red too. There was no faint line at all. It was
What
like,
did you say the other day? You said I had a viral load of an elephant.
yeah, I was like super COVID, like ridiculous. And by the way, boosted, like open-minded, and got knocked down.
Well, I mean,
like
I think that just
3.5
goes to show you.
days.
Think if you weren't boosted. Think if you didn't have the vaccine. You don't know how it would have hit you.
And by the way, Hoosiers, look to me as your guide on how bad the sickness is. I'm out there touching people and talking to people, and I got sick. It's out there.
It is out there. It seems
It's out
like
there
it's
right
back.
now.
Yeah,
It's out there
back.
right now. It's as bad as I've ever seen. I think Hammond City Hall is getting hit pretty bad right now, right, guys?
Is it? I didn't
Is
know
it?
that.
Chris?
I'm okay.
Yeah. No, I think it is.
I
I've
haven't
heard
heard
a
of
couple
it.
other people going
Oh,
down.
really?
I try to stay in the cave.
Good
You
idea.
do.
You know, I just
You are sort of isolated in your area.
that's by design.
Is it?
Yeah.
Good job. You're sort of antisocial.
The IT department is not easy to get through. Like you can't just like waltz into the IT department.
Well,
by
you
the
know,
way,
it's all
You have
protected
to
for
do a
reasons.
riddle?
yes, of course it
There's a
is.
sphinx. There's a sphinx.
Okay.
You have to get through the sphinx.
Also known as this crazy camera system. I always feel like I'm walking in there like, what are they looking at?
Yeah.
What do they see of me?
It's an X-ray, actually.
Is it really? Do you have any weapons on you? Do you have? Yes. Well, let's do some ads and come back. We've got some stuff to talk about, including Mayor Time on the Road, some mailbag from a very famous listener, and we got to talk about guns and crazy stuff around the country.
All right, let's go ahead and do it.
All right.
Are you injured?
No.
Are you in trouble with the law?
No.
If you are, I got the law firm for you. Cantrell and Cantrell, attorneys at law. Give us a call. Schedule a consultation today with somebody who's in court and at the jail every day by calling John Cantrell at 219-554-4LAW. That's 4LAW or 4529. Or you can visit their website at bettercallcantrell.com.
Challenger NWI will allow you to kick off the summer and have a blast while supporting STEM education at Challenger Learning Center's Summer Barbecue Fundraiser, Thursday, June 16th. You can enjoy an evening of fun, games, delicious drinks, and food by Byway Brewery. There will also be silent and live auctions. Tickets and sponsorship information we found at clcnwi.com or call 219-989-3250.
Misprint specializes in delivering the highest quality signs, printing, on time, and under budget.
Wow, that came out of nowhere.
It was actually...
There was like a...
It was completely
there also
random.
I
a
heard
sound
like a
effect?
harmonic... It was
Yeah.
like a...
Like echoed.
That was like...
Ah.
Let's try it again.
You know when
Hold
you
on,
do that
hold on.
like
Let me
with
try
a
it again.
tuning
Let me try.
fork?
Hold on.
No.
Didn't work that time.
Wait till people hear that on when they're listening on Spotify or iHeartRadio or
Yep.
Apple Pod.
Misprint's experience and technology allows them to offer custom commercial on-demand printing and sign solutions. Also metal business cards. Rick Baltonsberger and his team have served the Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana markets for over 30 years. Misprint has 2 convenient locations to serve you in Munster and in the great city of Hammond, Indiana, with a great mayor that's worked for a long time, making that city better.
Huh. Who's that?
Hammond. Mayor
Oh.
Tom McDermott.
There he is.
He's a good dude.
Junior.
Junior, thank you.
Junior.
I got criticized my first campaign for not using Junior. They were like insinuating that I was like trying to piggyback off my dad.
Coattails?
Yeah.
You're like, I don't need to
I
do
never
that.
called myself Junior. And my dad never called himself Senior, for the record.
Although you've had a lot of fun calling him senior since you were elected.
Yeah, now people call him Senior.
Yep.
But like you have to understand, my dad, when I first ran for mayor 18 years ago. so
34.
my dad's 55, 56 at the time.
Yeah,
right?
almost your age.
And they never called him Senior because most people didn't. I was out there at law school. I was in the Navy, so I was off the scene for a long time. And then when I came back in, everybody started calling him Tom Senior. Made him crazy. It was funny. They didn't call me Junior. They called me, Tom McDermott, and they called him Tom Senior.
It seems like some people call you junior now
Yeah.
when they're
I don't
referring to
mind.
you, but yeah, you're right. Early on, they didn't.
Yeah.
for sure.
People call me all kinds of crap.
They
call
do.
me. They say it like Tommy. They say, and
I noticed that sometimes. I'm
Yeah.
like, it's not.
They're trying to be
appropriate.
like assholes.
Mm.
You know my nickname when I was a kid? You know what it was, Joe?
I do not.
Chris?
I have no idea.
I've said it a couple times. Tombo, my whole life.
Tombo.
That's how I grew up.
Family nickname for sure.
Family nickname. I've had a couple people call me that.
Yeah, I know.
In
I've noticed that
politics,
too.
and
Yeah.
they get the.
They think like they're in the. They think like they're in the know or
There's
something.
literally like 5 people in the region that call me that without getting a glare. Let's say no.
Brett,
I'll
Aaron.
say 10. I'll say 10.
Brett, Aaron, Lynette, your dad,
Aunt Gina, Jerry. Although
for
Jerry
sure.
doesn't call me that. Aunt Gina does
your
sometimes.
sisters.
My sisters. Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Like my kids don't call me that.
You hear that,
Yeah.
fans?
Yeah. Like if I hear that from somebody, there was a dude one time, I'm not going to get into details because when I do this, they figure it out usually because I think I'm talking to nobody. I did that one time. It was so embarrassing.
You weren't talking to nobody.
Joe was in the studio that day too. I'm
I
going
was.
off on this person I knew. And then like he calls me up a couple days later. Were you talking about me on your show? I'm like, oh shit.
I'm not talking to nobody.
it was horrible. So anyway, this person who may be a lawyer probably is a lawyer, but it could be anywhere. It's a big state, right? So anyway, this person that's a lawyer was sort of dating somebody in my family, and he freaking dropped Tombo on me one time. I almost punched him in the face. I couldn't believe it. It's like, seriously, you call me Tombo? Like you barely like have anything to do with our family. And
Isn't it weird when like people you don't even know come up to you and they think they can be familiar with you and
Yeah.
like you're best friends? I have no idea who you are.
And that's real familiar. You're calling me something like I was called when I was like 5, and you're like calling me now, and I'm, yeah, that was not cool.
Yeah, I even think sometimes in the mayor's office, I'm surprised when people are at meetings and they say, "Tom."
Yeah.
I mean, it's just
I know
don't
one
know.
person.
I mean, it's just
I know one person that
it's
does
just
that.
it's just
I'm
protocol.
going to be interested after the show to compare notes. I have
It's
a
just
feeling
protocol. In a
I
way,
agree.
I guess. I mean, whatever. I mean, maybe I'm being
If I'm in
overly
my
sensitive,
office,
but
I agree with you, Kevin.
I generally.
It's like
I
a judge.
generally call you mayor when you're.
It's
in,
like a judge
when you're in a meeting.
It's like a judge, and if you're like good friends with the judge and you guys golfed and you're on the course, when you're like, you don't have to be like, hey, good shot, Your Honor. Okay, not appropriate.
Not like Caddyshack. Your Honor, Your Honor.
Yeah, but if you're in a freaking courtroom, we call him Your Honor, right?
Yeah,
like,
or judge.
People don't get that about. I mean, no, all due respect, I don't give a crap about me. But if I'm meeting with a mayor in their office, and even if I know them, I'm going to call them mayor. Just that's courtesy. That's courtesy.
I was at the I was at the Cubs game last night, and I saw Mike Andrade. Hi, Rep.
Yep, of course. I always call them
So anyway, I mean, maybe it's just people don't understand protocol, but whatever.
It is protocol, and it's courtesy, and it's like I mean, honestly, if I see Governor Holcomb, I call him Governor all the time.
Absolutely.
I'm not like if I saw Senator Young.
Hey, Eric.
Right?
What?
Who does that? What's up, Todd? I wouldn't say that. Come on. I'd be like, hi, Senator. How's it going? Because I'm a respectful person, and I spend all day long bashing the guy, but if he walked up to me, I do, man. I think about him when I wake up in the morning, think about attack angles on him, right? But if he walked up to me, I'd shake his hand and be respectful, and I'd call him Senator. That's what you're supposed to do. It's like a judge, right?
Do you think people do that, like they name drop so that everybody else around them?
Absolutely.
Good question.
Absolutely. The answer to that is yes.
I agree with Joe. So, like, if you're in a meeting in my office, and it's a big meeting, and you're like, well, listen here, Tom, blah, 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 blah. It makes you look like I could call you this, even in City Hall amongst all these people.
The answer to that is absolutely yes.
I agree with you. I don't think it's appropriate.
No.
Ready?
That's not why we're doing the bit either. It's just funny.
No,
how
no,
we
we
end
just
up on
came
this.
up.
It's true. Like, it does happen, though. Like, and it's not just with me, by the way. It's like, it does happen,
Yes. It does. Tortillas Nuevo Leon is the gold standard of Mexican cuisine throughout the Midwest. Look for Tortillas Nuevo Leon's popular red and white label at your local grocery store and enjoy quality Mexican products made with local expertise. Eli.
Tortillas Nuevo León, hechas con amor, para ti y tu familia de todo corazón. Tortillas Nuevo León, hechas con amor, para ti y tu familia, de todo corazón.
All right.
Calumet Brewery, nearly 10 years in the making. Bud Light Next, our first zero-carb beer, is the result of a brewing breakthrough. Making the impossible possible. That is right. Super crisp and refreshing. Bud Light Next is a light lager with a 4% ABV and is brewed with the highest quality ingredients while containing only 80 calories, 0 grams of sugar, and 0 carbs. Here's to what's next. Head over to calbrew.com for more info. Cheers with beers.
Thank you to our sponsors. Just a quick note for any of you Oasis fans out there, John is going to see Liam Gallagher today at Nebworth.
That's like
Check that out, man.
That's as big as it gets for John, right?
Yeah, this is a big deal.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
seeing the Beatles.
For sure. I mean, I think it's a huge. I mean, the interesting thing about that concert is they did a documentary. I actually watched it with John, and
You guys watched the documentary
200
movie
together?
night?
yeah,
What the hell is that?
250,000
That's romantic.
people.
Who watches a
Wait,
documentary
where
with
was
their
this
dude?
at? Like, were you guys on the couch together?
No,
Or,
it's a
Where
movie-
were you?
Movie theater
This is interesting. You went to a movie theater to watch a documentary?
all the time.
Was it one of those movie theaters with like
Why
little
wouldn't
seats
I?
where you sit together?
No. Well, I mean, we were next to each other.
Were you guys drinking booze?
No, we
You
were
taking
watching the
notes?
movie.
You were taking notes.
I was mentally taking notes.
Dork.
But so it's called Nebworth 1996. Came out last year. It was like I actually was only available to be seen on one day.
Really?
Yes, one day. So
Because it was that
went and
popular.
saw it in Chicago.
Yeah, right.
And but no, 250,000 people at a concert.
I didn't
over
know
2
you were
days.
an Oasis fan.
I am not like a crazy Oasis fan like
I like
John, but I
Oasis.
like them.
I like
right?
them
It was
too.
interesting. It was
No,
an
they're good.
interesting documentary because I was like, and it was like a 1996 show, so it was like still when you had to
Uh-huh.
order tickets,
Right.
like on the telephone, and like they sold out 250,000 tickets in like 2 hours or
Wow.
something. So anyway,
Yeah, old
Liam
school.
Gallagher is doing I don't know what to call it a reunion because he doesn't have his brother. It's not Oasis, but he's doing a concert at that same place today. John's there. Pretty
Who's the
cool.
main part? Is Liam the
Liam,
main
yeah,
part?
Liam, and then Noel is the brother, but
I've-
they're not,
these
they
guys,
don't like each other.
It's so incredible, man.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You guys are such idiots. It's seriously, these two get together and they can make hundreds of millions of dollars together.
I think Liam still can. Yeah, I think he still can. Make
Really?
it. Yeah, man.
Is he the singer?
Yeah.
I've heard these guys on Howard Stern. And Liam, then, if he's the lead singer right now, the other brother is jealous of him because Liam was never a musician and the other brother was a musician his whole life. And then Liam just walked in and just started singing. And he
This
was
would be
really good.
very
Doesn't
good
it
talk
make you
for
a musician though if you're a
You
singer?
agree? Right. But like the other brother was like the quote unquote musician of the family, right? So along
Maybe.
comes his other
Apparently
guy.
not.
Yeah, right. And the other guy. So like Liam was telling Howard Stern audience, I listened to this show, that it got to the point. What's the other brother's name?
Noel.
Noel wanted to like do part of the concerts where he would be the lead singer,
Ah, interesting.
singing their songs. And he's like, dude, I'm the singer. You're the guitarist. Like, play your role.
Liam's the star for sure.
But yeah, so Noel is the problem then.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I think Liam's just on his own. He's just become his own star. You know, he's kind of.
I don't know who that is.
Absolutely. Liam Gallagher?
No,
Well,
not really.
You
If
what?
I didn't know Vesmar, I wouldn't know that.
if you were in Nebworth today, you would know.
Vesmar took me to the best concert I ever went to in my life, and this is a crazy one. I'm gonna say, you can't really say best concert because like you see so many shows, right?
For sure.
One of the best concerts I've ever seen in my life, Electric Light Orchestra.
ELO.
Wow, you guys like them?
I love him from
All right.
Oh my god, they were so good in concert.
part
It
of
was-
Traveling Wilburys.
Like-
It was shocking. Yeah.
Who am I thinking of?
What's his name?
Terrible, right? This is COVID fog.
Yeah, it's COVID fog. It's, being
You're
high
good
without
at
being
music.
high. God, what's his name? That's
We'll
horrible.
get it. Someone, Lynn, Jeff Lynn.
Jeff Lynne, yeah.
there we go. See,
Yeah.
my COVID fog's fading now. It's been
You're
a
back.
year and a half. Tom's is 3 weeks old, or
So-
week old.
I feel like a loser not doing Leon's, man.
I wouldn't
I
worry
do.
about it.
I do.
Well, at least you were campaigning yesterday. Talk about the trip to. You were in, man. This is one of the.
Well,
trips,
it wasn't supposed to be a long trip yesterday.
Well, I mean, you
I had
did
a
thr-
campaign misunderstanding. I think I'm trying to get my campaign used to working with a pain in the ass client, and I think they got a little taste of it yesterday.
Well, good.
When I
That's
say
good.
pain in the ass client, I'm talking about myself.
I would think so. That's
There was a
what that's what
misunderstanding, and I don't know if I.
You're back
made
in the
right-
studio, but what about?
I didn't want to miss the show. A, B. I thought I was gonna because there was something I was supposed to do and it didn't turn out the way I anticipated it was going to turn out, and I'm like, why am I missing the show for this BS? Basically, and here I am. I'm because I'm devoted to the show. If I'm going to miss a show, it's got to be a damn good reason. I didn't feel like the reason. in
Well,
this
what was the
case.
event you went to last night? Because I heard it was good.
It was great. It was the Indiana Democratic Party. We did a stop in Madison County with Chesterfield, which is out by Anderson.
Yeah, Anderson's the county seat of Madison, right?
Right. Yeah.
So where this is Eastern.
This is
Indiana.
like I'm going to say probably there was definitely Republicans in the room. There wasn't a Republican candidate in the room, straight up,
Interesting.
and a Republican chairman of the county was in the room. Democratic chairman was in there. Libertarians are in there, so it's total mixed room.
Soon
and
Todd
I'm
Young
like-
was not there.
No, he doesn't show up. He doesn't have to talk to Hoosiers. He's got $6 million. Screw you, Hoosiers, says Todd Young. I have $6 million. Why would I talk to Hoosiers? I mean, come
He's
on.
just going to run attack ads and ads and ads and ads and ads and ads using his $6 million.
And by the way, interesting side note, audience. Todd Young, out of his $6 million war chest, he received 2.8 or 2.9 million of it from the National Rifle Association. So you think that he's ever going to do anything to change the gun laws to stop these mass shootings? No. he was purchased already. Like, you have no chance with him. Even if you talk to him, even if you cry with him, even if you lost your son or your daughter in a mass shooting and you're pleading with him to reconsider, he's going to be like, listening to you, but in his mind, he's going to be saying, screw you, Hoosier. I got $2.9 million from the National Rifle Association. I'm not doing a damn thing about guns.
His record and his rating by the NRA, his record with the NRA and his rating by the NRA means more to him than the lives of school children around the country.
My record with the NRA, not so good. I got sued by the NRA. And won. Thank you, Jill. I know you were wondering.
I was wondering. I did listen to the last show when we talked.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I saw you up there. I was checking.
How about a quick? I love this mailbag we got.
So hold it. I had to drive to and from Madison County in one night.
That's a long drive.
3 and 3.
That is a long
3 and 3
drive. You know why? Because it's so. If anyone's ever driven to Ball State, you know the Muncie Drive is a rough one from the region.
It's the same thing.
It's not an
basically.
easy.
Right.
Yeah, it's not an easy.
You have
way
a choice.
To get there.
Are you going to drive to Indy and then drive back north again, northeast? Like, are you going to drive southeast, hit Indy, go over the top of the circle, and then start heading northeast? Or are you going to go down by like Lafayette and cut straight east across the state
roads, not on the interstate?
So you have a choice to make. And if you're going straight
Exciting
east,
choice, by the way.
it's not fast. So like I like to mix things up. So last night I drove through the farm fields there, and I took the Indy route back.
Wow.
And they're about the same amount of time.
Isn't that interesting?
And one of them's about 20 miles longer, but it's all highway.
Is that 69 and then
Yeah.
465 and then back up? Interesting.
Yep.
Okay, good. Well,
Yeah.
you're back from Anderson.
But yeah, so like last
your
night,
field.
there was honestly 50 people in the room.
That's great.
It was a great turnout. I got a tracker now.
Oh, he's back.
Again?
It's a new one.
Oh.
New tracker.
And I picked him out like that. I was like, I got a tracker. I told Destiny, and she's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, that dude right there. And she's like, how do you know he's not just here watching? And then like every time I spoke, he was like, mink. Camera came up. He's a stalker.
Hello, tracker.
Think about it, man. Think about that. Audience, Todd Young, our U.S. Senator, is a creep. And he hires people to follow me around with a camera. Think about that. What an asshole he is. Who does that? Todd Young does that. Like, that's creepy behavior.
He can
Senator
afford
Young.
trackers.
He's got enough money, yeah.
I agree, but like, I think if you do that, I will never do that. Okay, I'm going to say that right now because I think it makes you an asshole. And I think Todd Young's an asshole because he hires people to follow me around with a camera on. And that's just creepy behavior, especially nowadays when you got these mentally ill people with automatic weapons that kill people. And you're hiring people to follow me around like a jerk.
Well, it's all on camera.
Yeah, I got a stalker. So I got a tracker. That's my little rant on trackers. And I'm going to shame this guy. I got the last tracker to quit. I shamed him. He started crying one time. I was talking about him, and I saw a little tear coming down the side of his eye. And then he quit. He's like, I can't handle this mental pressure that McDermott puts me under. Senator Young, I got to quit.
Lockpod, where you go for the truth and facts.
That's right. The beacon of truth. The Lockpod. The beacon of truth. This is where you come to cut through the bullshit.
Well, I do want to do a shout out to a very famous lockpotter that we absolutely have had. Well, we've had on the Lockpod a couple times.
He'll be back.
Sent a great mailbag this week. Do we have a mail? Anybody want to try that mailbag? Chris?
Well, we got a soundboard. Why don't we try that?
It's Chris's lips. Chris, mailbag.
Chris, mailbag.
All right, thank you, Mayor.
We could just tape record it, like.
Nah.
Yeah, like that Tortillas song. It could be easier,
I can't even do that, the popping of the lips.
Tortillas Nuevo Leon.
Play the Eli one.
All right, so we got a mailbag from Mayor Joe.
Yes, from Mayor Joe Hogsett. He texted and said, I went back through my phone, and it seems that I have listened to every episode of Lockpod.
Bam.
I tend to listen to it when I'm out walking every day, Mayor Joe.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mayor Joe. That I don't know if that's does he get a gold star for that, or is that like a
How do we
badge
give him
of
a blue
honor,
check
or is there like what's the
something
opposite of a badge of
Give
honor?
him a what?
Don't you get like a check or like a
Yeah,
like a
super
top
fan?
super fan or
We should have our own checks. That'd be cool. The Lockpod check of quality. Mayor
put
Joe.
that on your list, John.
I definitely got to get back. I got to talk to Steve about getting some Lockpod merch because there's been some.
What are you talking
requests for some merch? Well, those were like gifts from Marissa.
I know, right? We haven't done a damn thing to the studio other than add more stuff.
Add more junk.
Yeah.
Things. Well, thanks, Mayor Joe. We're going to have you on soon, by the way.
Why don't we go ahead and we're going to crank out these ads real quick, and then we're going to come back, and we have two more topics we want to hit too. And one of them is about the mayor of Zionsville, which is a great topic. Another one, I just want to cover another shooting with an AR-15.
We're going to see who cusses more, the mayor of Zionsville or Mayor Tom.
There's no doubt who cusses more.
All right, we're going to find out. Let's do some ads.
Executive Suites 2. Executive Suite Squared, commonly known as ES2, is a first-class executive office environment located on 8094 at the Kennedy Avenue South exit. ES2 offers flexible membership plans that provide the privacy of dedicated, fully furnished offices with 24/7 secured access. For more information on their basic or private office membership packages or to rent one of their state-of-the-art conference rooms, call them at 219-844-2901 or visit them at executivesuites2.com.
I actually reached out to Eric Gasevich this morning about a rental of one of their conference rooms.
Nice.
Their video conference rooms, they have like, it almost reminds me of like, when you see the Situation Room at the White House?
Yeah.
Where they have like multiple video screens and like you can draw on the video screens, you can annotate on them, it's really touch them, like it's really cool. So very cool at Executive Suites too. Grisolia's Concrete. Grisolia's Concrete was voted number 1 in the Times Best of the Region in 2020, 2021, and now 2022. Grisolia's Concrete specializes in all concrete projects, and they've been using the original cement finish in the
California style
since 1972. They also offer stamped and colored concrete. Call Bernie now at 219-659-4147 to get your project lined up for this summer.
Mission Marijuana. By the way, are they going to be sponsored for the fest this year?
Don't know.
That's awesome. It's awesome that it's even being considered.
Yes.
Yeah. Mission Marijuana. Are you looking for the closest cannabis dispensary to Northwest Indiana? If so, I have the place for you. Are you searching for the best prices and unbeatable customer service? If so, I have the place for you. Look no further than the Mission Dispensary, located right here on Calumet City, across the street from the River Oaks Mall on Torrance Avenue. It's only 8.2 miles from like Highland. I saw it on a sign. And then you could go to the Commercial Avenue location.
Less from Hammond, yeah.
Yeah, it's like...
If you want to know what a COVID fog feels like, go to Mission Dispensary.
You could go, yeah, it is like what a COVID fog feels like. But Kevin Smith could go to Mission Calumet City, should he choose, and you could be there in like, even jogging at your pace, you could be there in 25 minutes, jogging at your pace. And that's not a fast pace. That means Kevin's real close to
slow pace.
So anyway, it's right there on Calumet City, across the street from River Oaks Mall on Torrance Avenue. They have another location on 87th and Commercial in South Chicago. Visit missiondispensaries.com to learn more.
The Bug Guy, the official mosquito, flea, and tick assassin of summer 2022, is armed and ready to protect you this summer. The Bug Guy's team of highly skilled mosquito snipers will stop egg-laying, adult flying mosquitoes, and prevent young mosquitoes from biting. Do you have standing water after it rains? Who doesn't, right? The Bug Guy's amphibious response unit will treat and prevent mosquitoes in standing water or areas prone to flooding. In the air, on land, or in water, we will stop the bite this summer. In Northwest Indiana, call Brian, 219-810-7481, or visit thebugguynwi.com.
I like how he does his ads.
It's great.
He gives us different ads.
He does.
It's good stuff.
Writes them up.
Ron J. Prestimer. The Ron J. Prestimer Insurance Agency has been located for decades right on Indianapolis Boulevard in Hammond, serving all your insurance needs. They specialize in a wide variety of insurance products, and services, including auto, home, business, life, and much more. The Prestimer Agency serves over 1,000 people and businesses all around the Chicagoland and the Midwest area. Call Ron, Ronnie, or Michael at 219-844-0103.
All right, thanks to our sponsors, and we are back to talk about some unfortunate events, but it just goes on and on. So, Mayor, you want to
It just goes on and on. The latest mass shooting took place in Tulsa, Oklahoma. It was about a backache. This gunman had back surgery from this doctor. Who
May
was
19th, I think. It was
May 19th. Yeah, literally a couple weeks ago. Shooter was released on May 24th, so obviously it had to be a pretty serious back injury,
sure.
right?
Yeah, I mean, probably like, fusion, spine surgery.
Yeah,
something
dude.
like that.
I mean, you're in a hospital for 5 days.
Yeah, probably like a fusion or a
Right.
disectomy.
Major. So this guy's got major back problems. And he goes to see this back doctor. And on May 24th, he was released. And 5 days later, so it's May 29th, like Memorial Day weekend, he's complaining to the doctor. He's still in pain. Okay. You got major back issues, obviously.
Well, I mean, you never know, right? Some people recover differently.
Right. But like, there's no guarantee in life that everything's going to be perfect. I hate to say it. Like,
No.
some people die too young. Some people have major health issues, right?
Surgery can be tough.
Right. Like, I think we've become accustomed in America to like, everything's got to be perfect. And if it's not, it's somebody's fault. Like, some people just get screwed, man. Some people they get dealt a bad hand, right?
Yep.
So
Life can be tough.
This guy is like, I had surgery. 5 days later, I'm still in pain. He blamed Dr. Phillips for his pain. This is your fault, Dr. Phillips. And then bought a AR-15 at 2 p.m. on Wednesday, AR-15, assault rifle 15, which is the same weapon that was used in Uvalde, Texas.
And many other
right?
mass shootings.
And a handgun. And then he went to St. Francis Hospital
Same
shortly
day?
before. Yeah. No, Wednesday. And then went to St. Francis Hospital, opened fire inside the building, killing Dr. Preston Phillips, Dr. Stephanie Hewson, a receptionist, and a patient.
Nice guy. It's a good way to get rid of your pain.
So his back is well enough to hold that.
Yeah.
AR.
AR-15.
They are actually, I've shot one at the police range. They're simple to shoot.
But are they
simple
heavy?
And deadly.
You could literally do it with one hand. No, they're
Really?
light as hell. Super light. Super, like the kick is not that. It's like, tick, 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 tick. Like if you left your hand like that, it would go backwards. But if it's easy to overpower it and hold it in place.
Really?
That's why they're so scary. They're like,
So this
anybody
is
in this room
3
could
hours
easily-
later. He's shooting it. He's shooting
Right.
up the place.
He
3
went and bought
hours.
an AR-15.
Bought it. There he goes.
like why? I was listening to. I don't. If you listen to this one, Kevin and I listened to the Daily.
Yeah, great.
And the
great
one about.
podcast.
Did you hear the one about Uvalde where they were talking to just random people in the community? They talked to one of the ER doctors. They talked to a little girl that was in the classroom. They talked to like all these people.
It's heart wrenching.
Oh my God, it was killing me. I was running that day, and I was literally like crying while I was running. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. But they were talking to one doctor that was talking about this is what he does: is treats gunshot wounds. This is one of his areas of specialty. He's in San Antonio, I believe. And the doctor was describing like when a 9mm bullet hits you or a bullet from a pistol hits you, it goes in and it leaves the body, and there's an entrance hole and there's an exit hole. And he said when an automatic high-powered rifle hits you, like an AR-15, it explodes your flesh on the inside and on the outside. It literally like explodes your flesh because it's coming at such a high.
So why not let them be bought and sold all
Right.
around America? It sounds like a great
So if
thing
you
to
get
have
one
around the
bullet,
house.
if you get one bullet from AR-15, you're probably going to die. Whereas if you get shot by a 9mm, you got a shot, right? You're probably going to die also, but still,
I mean, it just underscores the reason or the rationale about why they shouldn't. I mean, in my opinion, this is just me talking here on Lockpod, but I don't think they should be sold to the public.
But its Second Amendment says I can own it, Kevin.
A well-regulated militia.
A well-regulated
Are we
militia.
regulated at all?
That's what I'm saying.
We're trying to
though,
get
Joe.
some regulation.
First off, like if I was writing the Second Amendment and guns were the most important part of it, why would you even talk about a militia? You would just be like the right to keep and bear arms is paramount, right? You can't. So instead, what they said when they drafted the Second Amendment, this is exactly how it goes. I'm going off the top of my head, by the way. A well-regulated militia being necessary for the security of a free state, the right to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. That's off the top of my head. Can you read it? This is actually what it
It's
says.
actually what I'm going to read exactly what you said. Amendment 2, a well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed.
That's not bad off the top of my head.
Nice to
right?
have a handy-dandy.
Isn't that was off the
See?
top of my head, though,
It was
man.
good.
I memorized it. But,
Yeah.
like, if you were drafting the Second Amendment and you wanted the guns to be the most important part, why wouldn't you start off with that? You wouldn't. Why do you talk about a well-regulated militia? First off, let's talk about well-regulated. Regulation. Regulated means laws. That means we could pass laws that regulate the right to keep and bear arms. It's right there, guys.
Congress has chosen not to, though.
A well-regulated militia. Regulated means laws. Okay. By the way, Kevin, lawyer, could I say anything I want in the First Amendment? Because
Can't shout fire in a crowded theater. Well, that's just
how about this?
more of a
What if I don't
metaphor,
like the
but-
president? Can I threaten the president? Can I threaten a U.S. senator? Can I threaten a U.S. congressman, like with bodily harm? Can I
No.
do that?
No.
But hey, I have First Amendment rights. Your government telling me I can't threaten the president of the United States? No. We have freaking laws that say you can't do that. And it's not against the Constitution. It's a law.
Well, and I think this is one of the things that everybody should be aware of, right? So, like you said, the Second Amendment doesn't prohibit regulation. What's happening is Congress is refusing to hear or even vote on regulation.
Yeah.
That's it. Because look, there was an assault ban weapon. There was a ban.
Yeah.
For 10
Clinton.
years. It was
Clinton put it in.
challenged. The challenges
It
were
was an
denied.
executive order too, right?
It was passed, but it had a sunset provision.
Why didn't they sunset it?
That was the reason they were able to pass
So
it.
like in 10 years, we could start mowing people down with automatic
Well,
weapons
they were
again.
hoping it was going to be renewed, I think,
It
right? The
wasn't.
Feinstein Amendment, right? But it was challenged. It was challenged in the courts, and guess what? It was upheld because what do we know about the Second Amendment? It allows for regulation.
That's right.
So
So anyway,
it's
obviously,
Congress refusing to act.
I keep hearing people tell me what November's going to be about. Like people that are quote unquote experts. November's going to be about gas. November's going to be about inflation, right? Well, first off, if that's what November's about, I'm comfortable because I'm just a damn Mayor Hammond. And the Mayor Hammond doesn't control gas prices, right? I think a U.S. senator has a lot more to do with gas prices than the mayor of Hammond. I think the U.S. senator could do a lot more about inflation than the mayor of Hammond. So if it's about those things, Todd Young, you're screwed. Okay?
He's got a bigger bully pulpit than you do.
That's right. It's like, don't freaking look to me and say inflation's too high, mayor. Sorry, I can't vote for you.
Or you're a Democrat.
Mayor.
You're responsible for inflation.
Get the hell out of here with that talk. He's a freaking U.S. senator. So like, don't take that slop to me. But what I hear is,
I like that slop.
So I think this is what I think it's definitely going to be about gas prices November. Okay, I think it's definitely going to be about inflation for sure. I'm not saying that
People
they're not.
care about their pocketbooks.
It's going to be about guns and it's going to be about abortion also. That's what November is going to be about. And I think I check each of those categories. I think I'm safe. Okay, people are pissed right now, and including the mayor of Zionsville, who's a great woman. Who I believe she's in her first term, Emily Styron.
Yeah, she was elected in 2019, and you and her were on a panel in December on a mayor panel at a CLE I attended.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
God, I don't remember.
Remember down in Indy?
Fog.
Yes, the COVID fog. You guys were on.
It has nothing to do with anything else.
Mayor
it's
panel.
COVID fog.
Mayor panel.
Mayor Emily is awesome. Okay, she's doing. And by the way, Zionsville is what a lot of people consider a Republican part of our state.
It's purple now, right?
Well, we call it purple because of Mayor Emily. And then she's done a good job there, and she's got some Democrats elected on the city council along with her, and Mayor Emily is doing a great job, and she is finally sick and tired of what's going on. And by the way, she used the F word. And I think, I've heard plenty of mayors use the F word, okay? You don't see it very often in social media, but I've heard plenty of mayors use the F word. I've seen mayors use it in social media before. I think it's different in this case because Mayor Emily is a lady. Is that one of the reasons why it's such a big deal?
So.
You think so, Joe?
Mm-hmm.
So this is what Mayor Emily said about a troll.
Yeah,
basically.
and let me just give a little background on this. It was a series of Facebook comments using her personal social media page when she shared her anger in the wake of a Texas mass shooting that killed 19 children. The online comments were made last week as she sparred with others over gun regulations on a Facebook post by a Zionsville jeweler that encouraged voter turnout and businesses to declare gun-free spaces.
Okay, so this is Mayor Emily. I'm quoting here. Hey, Joel B. Fuck you. I'm so sick and tired of the stupid, useless rhetoric by jackasses like you when it comes to gun regulation. Fucking sick and tired of mass murders in our fucking children, of our fucking children. It's time for the majority who know that gun permits and banning automatic weapon is common fucking sense. Beep. So yeah, fuck you.
Beep. Oh, can I be Joel Bardock?
Sure. Yeah.
Joel B. I'm sorry, Joel B. Emily Styron. Let me guess. English major. So eloquently said. Was that snarky?
Yeah.
Enough?
It was good. It was really good. And then this is Mayor Emily. Joel Bardock. English and political science. And the fucking mayor of this town.
Oh, here I go. Oh, good. This is great. Back and forth. Emily Styron. Too bad you don't have this level of passion for unborn children. You're an angry woman. Sad way to live.
Emily Styron. You bet I'm angry.
God bless.
You bet I'm angry, fucking asshole.
That's
there
it?
it is.
I need more of that.
I know.
Joe's like, that sounds like
Did
me.
I write that?
That's awesome, right? And then
Joe's like my hero.
and then this
How can I
guy,
vote for her?
Guy Relford. This is the guy I
do you know that guy?
Yeah, I know this guy.
First off, do you have a photo of Emily Styron, by the way? Oh, there. Look at see. Look,
awesome.
Mom of 3.
Yep.
Mayor of
pissed.
Zionsville.
No one can see this right now. So.
Oh well.
There we go.
There's
Now
some
it's
people,
up.
yeah.
Now we can.
There's
All
a
right.
legion of dozens that's
There's a
watching.
delay.
That's right.
It's a delay.
So, by the way, I was asked the other day, and I haven't seen it come out yet, but it'll come out. So, who cusses more, you or Mayor Emily? I'm like, I got 6 years in the United States Navy behind me. It's not even close. Like, she cusses well, and she did a great job. But I think I got her beat.
In a interview. Well, first of all, she mentioned her comments, and she said, I'm outraged and frustrated beyond any words that I can conjure up. I do have an obligation to represent the town of Zionsville in a more sophisticated manner. I'm also a mom. I'm also really, really angry. And she said, it's not the first time I've used the F word and probably won't be the last. On the campaign trail ahead of her election, she said she may be unelectable because she likes to cuss.
That's ridiculous. Mayor Emily, that's a ridiculous statement.
People like the passion.
Mayor Emily, I think that people want to see passion out of an elected official, like Kevin said, and they want to see real people, and I think that it's going to serve you well to continue to be yourself, Mayor
She was
Emily.
getting hammered by her Republican opponents that were coming after her. So,
well,
yeah.
I bet you Mayor Emily kicks their ass next year in the election when they run again. She'll
say
kick
her
their ass.
effing ass.
She'll kick Mayor Emily opponents next year. She's going to kick your fucking asses, right? Mark my words. She will kick you in the butt. So, anyway, Guy Relford, whatever. First off, red flag whenever a guy is named Guy.
Yeah.
Right? Your parents obviously didn't love you when you name you Guy. It's like, who does that? I mean, okay, anyway. So Guy Relford sued me, so I have hard feelings against this guy. This guy.
Should we not put the thing on the screen?
No, it's all right. It's all right. Yeah. This guy named Guy found 2 other guys in Hammond to sue me under the guise of the...
Whoa.
That's right. Of the NRA.
You're having fun with this.
I'm in this COVID fog you're talking about.
I know, man. Bam. It's coming up.
I can't keep up with this.
This guy had 2 guys sue me under the guise of the NRA. And we kicked their ass. We did. We beat them, and then it was affirmed on appeal. And I'm very proud to say that one of the opponents running for U.S. Senate took $3 million of blood money from the National Rifle Association. That's Todd Young, your U.S. Senator. And the other one got sued by the NRA and beat him. That's me. Who would you rather have represent Indiana? The guy that's got blood money in his campaign account, or myself, who got sued by the National Rifle Association?
By a guy named Guy.
By a guy named Guy, under the guise of the NRA.
He said, I'm so proud to live in Zionsville, where we have a dignified stateswoman like Emily Styron as mayor, always willing to engage in a constructive dialogue with her constituents, or not.
Why didn't Guy run?
I'll be discussing her unhinged profane rant on my
Guy should run.
Show.
He should run for mayor, and he'll get his butt kicked by Emily. Because Zionsville residents don't want to see a stooge for the NRA like you, Guy, being their mayor. They would much rather have somebody with passion like Mayor Emily that's willing to tell people how she actually feels as a person.
And as a mother.
Yeah. Guy, you should run, because Guy lives in Zionsville. I know this guy named Guy.
I think I'm in the COVID fog again, too.
You sued me under the guise of the NRA. Yeah. So anyway, Mayor Emily, I say bravo.
You say kudos to her.
And I want you to be a Lockpod guest.
Yes.
We got to get that on.
Obviously, you can say the F word all you want, Mayor Emily.
We're bringing her on.
That'd be great.
I'm going to make contact with her.
And actually, she's done some really interesting and cool things in Zionsville and been a great mayor from what I can tell.
She's awesome, mayor. We're lucky to have her in the Democratic Party, and Zionsville residents are lucky to have her.
Steve Kellogg, get her on.
I like people that are real, and I think that it's going to serve her well. This is not. She thinks maybe that this is going to hurt her. I dare say this is going to propel you even more forward than you were already, Mayor Emily.
Oh, she's passionate.
Yes, she is.
What are you going to do with your weekend now that you don't have
I know
a big try to run and swim and bike?
I know.
Keep pushing.
I'm bumming.
Did you open your pool?
Yeah.
Lay around the pool.
I'm like a pool boy. Seriously, if you guys ever need pool issues, I haven't had.
You're Marissa's pool boy. Pool boy.
How about this? I haven't had one person help me at all. Outside of family, Patrick, Marissa. And then we actually had a part break. I researched the part, ordered it. It was the right part, and I fixed it myself.
Look at you.
I'm like, dude, that's awesome, right? Who does that? Who does that?
Who has a part break and you look it up and order it? And I think
you do that.
I don't think that's unusual. Like,
do you do that? Do you do that?
Yes.
Get out of here.
Well, I don't have
What's
a
the last
pool.
part you order? Tell me. Go. Come on.
I went to Menards and got some light bulbs.
You didn't research a part. I had to research a part. They gave me a part number.
A dishwasher.
You researched a part.
Yes, and I had to have it
ordered. They gave you a part number.
Yes.
Where'd you order it from?
I don't remember. Dishwasherparts.com or something.
That's like a thing. It's like parts select.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
I
was proud of myself.
Dryers.
I don't think it's
machines.
crazy. I mean, I'm proud of you, but I don't think it's insane.
This was a little plastic piece.
You're an electrician.
Vital. I know, but this was like a little plastic piece that had to fit into a housing, and I had to thread into it. Just this little piece broke, and it fucked my whole system up.
How did you know it was that piece?
Because I saw it break, and I'm like, this is not going to be easy to replace. It's freaking a super small part.
Is this the one that took 6 months, or is this a more recent
dude, that
piece?
was another one. That's another one I ordered and fixed.
Look at you.
I know.
You're a part order.
This one was brutal.
You could work in a part shop.
I could work in a pool store, straight up. When I'm done being mayor, Caribbean pools.
Maybe Tom's pool store could be our next advertiser.
I'm telling you, Caribbean pools. I'm coming your way when I'm done with this mayor stuff. Coming your way. Well, and the U.S. Senate thing.
There you go. The only U.S. senator that works at a pool store.
Yeah, that's right. I'm gonna be a former U.S. senator, and I'll be cleaning your pool, skimming your pool, ordering your parts
in a Speedo, walking around in a Speedo.
Better Call Saul. That would be part of it,
Well, this has been a fun Friday.
It has been a fun
Let's
Friday.
get our Friday moving.
Well, I'd say we get this Friday moving.
All right.
I appreciate Jill being here.
Thank you, Jill.
We miss you.
On very short notice.
I miss you. I don't know if Kevin misses you, but I definitely
This is
miss
the
you.
fresh Jill, fresh look.
Kevin was talking shit about you. I couldn't believe that. I know.
It was
That's
aggressive.
not true.
So
not true.
rude.
It was aggressive.
I was just
So
letting
rude.
Lindsay know how what a fan base she had.
Yeah.
That's all. It wasn't at your expense.
Yeah.
It kind of was, honestly.
I thought it was too. I remember
See how
jumping his ass.
This is how he likes to do
Joe.
this.
I remember jumping his ass. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, I can't believe you just said that about Jill, right?
You're just trying to swear more than Mayor Emily. I know. You're just
I
trying
got
to,
Mayor Emily. I'm trying to let my guard down a little bit.
You're like, I'm gonna throw the F-bomb
I'm gonna bring her
around
on
a lot
I'm gonna
today.
shock her when she comes on the show. I'm gonna be
a
just
cuss off.
casually. I'm gonna be casually dropping F-bombs during that
And
show.
she's going to be doing it too, and we're going to be like, it'll be like a little back and forth.
like, we're not even gonna talk about it.
Nope.
We'll just be like dropping F-bombs left and right.
And at the end, there'll be an argument on who was cussing better and more.
We'll
Maybe,
have to have a cuss counter.
John could have like a counter on the screen.
Yeah.
That ticks up
Like-
every time.
Interesting.
That'd be awesome.
That's a really good idea. I like this.
All right.
Well, how do you know it won't be you though, Chris? Why does it always have to be John?
You could be the
You're
18
the-
by next
You're
week.
the legitimate backup.
I am like a monkey pressing buttons back here.
Really?
I'm not really sure how any of this works.
You're good. You're good.
As long as everything is going smoothly, we're fine.
Yeah.
the technical is
I can't
the
even tell
secondary.
if it's going smoothly. You know what I mean? I have no idea.
It's going smoothly.
We don't even know if
Yeah.
we're actually being
That would
broadcast
be
right
so
now.
funny.
We have no
No
idea.
Oh, sorry, it wasn't on the air at all. But you know, it's weird how like John turned into like a personality on the show. He was supposed to be quiet the whole time. He was just supposed to be like the quiet guy back
That's
there.
great.
It's like he's like Ronnie the limo driver on
The
Howard
evolution
Stern.
of Lockpod.
Right. But like Ronnie the limo driver on Howard Stern started off as the limo driver, and then they freaking screwed up. They let him on there one time,
That was it.
and then now he's a personality, and now Howard doesn't get driven around by Ronnie the limo driver
Because
anymore,
he's
right?
too big.
Right. So we got John the technical guy, and he's become a personality. And now my freaking soundboard's still sitting on the floor. Like
And now he's out
months
flying
later.
around the world.
He's flying
Look
all
at
over
him.
the world, and like, yeah, I don't have a technical guy, so we should just
We
hire
have Chris.
We should just hire Chris.
Well,
But
just
we gotta
remember
take
when
the
when he
microphone.
says
He said
higher,
higher, like you're
like
gonna
that
get
implies
paid.
something, doesn't it? Usually, see
you
how
know-
he throws that around,
Right.
just
It's
like
documented. If you hit the record button, this is
Tom
documented.
throws that
I
around
have
so
to record,
easily.
I'm not sure.
Have you ever heard the words pro bono?
All right, wrap us.
Thanks for listening to Lockpod, everybody. We love you. I love you so much. I skipped a campaign event to come in here because I love you. I love our audience, all 12
Legions-
of you.
the
All
legions
12
of
of you. The
dozens.
legions of dozens that are listening to the Lockpod, the beacon of truth. That's right. So, Kevin Chandler, it's good to see you. Thanks
see
again,
you,
Jill.
Mayor.
Thanks again, Chris, for a great show. And of course, coming from the locomotive in a brain fog, post-induced by coma. So, talk to you, and I'll see everybody on Tuesday. Lockpod is out. Thanks, everybody.